Welcome to today's Explainer. Get ready, because we are about to explore one of the absolute coolest, literally mind-bending mysteries in human biology. Have you ever wished you had a cheat code for your own body? Like a secret button you could just press to instantly turn off a headache, or magically make yourself feel energized, or even stop a scraped knee from throbbing? Well, scientists have been studying this bizarre phenomenon that suggests your brain might actually have its own built-in cheat codes. Today, we're cracking wide open the mystery of how our brains process fake medicine, and how, honestly, just the simple act of believing in something can physically change what's happening inside your head. It sounds totally like magic, but I promise, it is pure, proven science.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Can a completely fake pill, and I mean literally just a capsule filled with sugar or some harmless powder with zero actual medicine inside of it, actually change your reality? Now, logic tells you the answer should be a hard no, right? Like no medicine equals no effect, duh. But the human brain is so much weirder and honestly wilder than that. We're going to see how your brain has this incredible ability to trick itself into feeling better, even when the treatment is completely bogus. It's kind of like your mind is this super powerful computer, and we are only just now figuring out how to write the software for it.
Section 1. The brain's volume knob. So, to really understand this mind hack, we have to totally rethink how we experience pain in the first place. And this brings us to a legendary concept in medicine, the placebo. A placebo is simply a harmless, fake medical treatment. It could be a sugar pill, it could be a shot of just plain salt water, or, get this, it could even be a fake surgery. But here's the crazy part. When people are given a placebo, and they truly believe they are getting real medicine, they often experience a real, measurable change in how they feel. They actually feel less pain, less anxiety, less nausea. It's wild. I want you to imagine that inside your brain, there's this giant volume knob for pain. So when you stub your toe, your nervous system cranks that knob all the way up to a 10. But when you take a placebo and your brain expects to feel relief, your brain reaches over and actually turns that volume knob down. The pain signals, they're still coming from your toe, but your brain just decides, you know what, I'm not going to listen to them as loudly.
Section 2. The honest fake pill.
Now, this is where our mystery takes a massive plot twist. See, for decades, scientists and doctors believed in this one golden rule. You absolutely must be tricked for a placebo to work. Which makes sense, right? Think about it. A magic trick only works if you don't know how the magician is hiding the coin. Medical professionals assumed the brain worked the exact same way. They figured the brain's volume knob could only be turned down if the patient genuinely 100% believed they were taking a powerful, cutting-edge drug. If the doctor just came out and said, hey, this is just a sugar pill, scientists assumed the magic would instantly vanish. The brain just wouldn't fall for it.
But then, researchers started testing something called an open-label placebo. Let this sink in for a second, guys. An open-label placebo is a fake pill that you are openly and honestly told is completely fake. Just imagine going to the doctor with, say, a terrible ache in your back. The doctor hands you a prescription bottle, and printed right there on the label in giant letters are the words, "Fake pills, no medicine inside." And the doctor looks you dead in the eye and says, "These are sugar pills. They will do absolutely nothing chemically for your body. Take 2 every morning." I mean, it sounds ridiculous, right? Why would anyone even bother swallowing them? Would your brain's cheat code actually still work if you knew you were holding a literal cheat code? Well, to answer that exact question, scientists ran a massive study just recently, in 2024. And they didn't just test this on perfectly healthy people hanging out in a lab. No, they tested it on people dealing with intense, long-lasting back and joint pain, the kind of serious stuff that really messes with a person's everyday life. These were patients who desperately needed real relief. And here is the jaw-dropping conclusion, straight from their research. The scientists found that openly administered placebos can benefit patients, including their physical function and pain. The old rule was totally wrong. Even when the patients knew for an absolute fact that they were taking a fake pill, their brains still turned down the pain volume. Their physical function actually improved, meaning they could move around and live their lives so much better. Turns out, the trickery wasn't the secret ingredient after all. Just going through the motions of taking a pill, even an honest, totally fake one, was enough to activate the brain's pain relief cheat code. It is an absolutely stunning discovery about how our minds operate.
Section 3. Fake pills, real side effects.
So, just like any superpower, this one actually has a dark side. Enter the evil twin of the placebo, the nocebo effect. The The nocebo effect happens when you experience negative side effects from a completely fake treatment, entirely because you just expect them to happen. For example, if a doctor gives you a sugar pill but warns you, hey, heads up, this might make you feel a little dizzy and maybe give you a stomachache, your brain will often just manifest that dizziness and that stomachache literally out of thin air. Your brain reaches for that volume knob, but instead of turning down the pain, it accidentally cranks up the discomfort. Yikes.
Let's look at a fascinating, kind of counterintuitive experiment from 2023 that tested exactly this. Researchers split participants into two groups. Group 1 was given our honest fake pill, the open-label placebo. They were told, this is a fake pill, but take it anyway. Then, Group 2 was the control group. They were told you get nothing, no tablet, no fake pill, just go about your day. The researchers wanted to see which group would actually end up feeling worse overall.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that the results were shocking. The participants who knowingly took a completely fake pill reported significantly more negative symptoms and a way worse mood than the people who took absolutely nothing at all. Let me just repeat that. Swallowing a sugar pill that they knew was a sugar pill actually made them feel worse than just sitting there doing nothing. How on earth does that make any sense?
Well, the answer actually lies in the ritual. Let's break it down. Step 1, you see the pill in your hand. Step 2, you put it in your mouth and swallow it with a glass of water. Step 3, your brain expects a reaction. Throughout your entire life, whenever you've swallowed a pill, your brain has learned that a biological reaction is about to follow. It's a deeply, deeply ingrained habit. So when you go through the physical, mechanical ritual of taking a pill, your brain's warning systems just light up. It says, incoming medication, prepare for side effects. Even if your conscious thinking mind knows the pill is fake, your subconscious brain is reacting to the ritual. The ritual alone triggers the brain to generate real symptom reports. It's incredibly powerful.
Section 4. What placebos can dare?
So the crucial point is, well, it's easy to think we can just cure everything with the power of our minds, but we have to follow the actual science here. We have to draw a hard line between how things feel and the underlying biology. Placebos are absolutely amazing at changing our perception, how things actually feel. They are phenomenal at altering pain, mood, and fatigue. But they do not change the underlying biology of a disease. If you have a broken arm, a sugar pill is not going to magically fuse your bones back together. No way. If you have a bacterial infection, a placebo won't fight off the bacteria. The evidence supports a narrower, more honest claim. Placebos reliably change how bad something feels, but they do not reliably cure the physical root cause of a disease. It's a volume knob for your senses, guys, not a magic wand for your cells.
And as with any great explainer, we really have to look at the scientific caveats. Open-label placebo research is still a very young field. The sample sizes in these trials are, somewhat small. We're talking dozens of people, not tens of thousands. Also, the effects are much stronger when a patient just says they feel better compared to things we can actually measure objectively with an X-ray or a blood test. We have to stay scientifically honest. This isn't about overselling some mystical mind-over-matter fantasy. It's about accurately understanding the real limits of human perception.
But hey, even with those limitations, the facts are absolutely staggering. The ultimate volume knob really is inside your own head. Your brain is so highly attuned to the rituals of healing, the doctor's coat, the prescription bottle, the physical act of swallowing water, that it can physically dial down the sensation of pain, even if you are totally in on the joke. The honest fake pill works because your brain respects the ritual of care just as much as it respects the chemistry of a drug. Which leaves us with one final, massive question to think about today. If your brain can change how you physically feel, reducing real chronic pain or accidentally causing real negative side effects just by performing a completely fake ritual, what else is your mind capable of right now? What other hidden cheat codes are locked away in your nervous system, just waiting for the right ritual to activate them? It completely changes how you look at yourself, doesn't it? Keep asking questions, keep wondering, and I will see you in the next explainer.